So this is how we answer the question on a swap. So what you must do is go through the question again, and on the way, what are we going to do? We're going to run through this question again. On the way, we're going to run through this question again. Okay, I have to change my internet. Okay, we hope everybody's okay, but you go through the question at some point, you can again revisit it. Yeah, so tonight, find time to go through. After you've done that, the next item is pure investment appraisal, an NPV. And it's an overseas investment of some kind. Okay. Did you arrange your figures? So here are your figures. Here are your figures. So here are the figures. We'll invest 5,000 and then we'll earn how much every year? How much are we earning every year? 600. Then in the final year, we'll be paid the 75. This 75, we need to split it into two. The 5,000 is coming from the swap. So from here, you must remove the 5,000. The 600 comes from the operations. So if you notice then, in terms of presentation here, I've put the 5,000 separate. In here, I've put two figures. The 600 plus the 25. Why are we keeping this? Because when it comes to exchange rate, this one, the exchange rate is not. It's the same one which was used there. That is the reason. When it comes to exchange rate, this rate here is known. This rate also here is known. That is why I've kept separate. But what are the exchange rates? These have to be converted. So how did you fare on the exchange rate? Let's discuss the exchange rate. So they say we must use what? The purchasing power parity theory. I'm really interested to see what you did here. So let's go. We've got a spot rate. So the forward rate can be estimated. These are what? Euros on a single dollar. So that's the format. So you can calculate, we take the spot rate in the format for each euro multiplied by 1 plus the inflation rate. What will go on top? What will go on top?
The euro inflation rate.
Yes. The euro inflation rate is what will go on top here. And what will come down here? The dollar. So this is how you arrange everything. That's how you arrange everything. So the euro will be on top. So for year one, you're going to multiply by the factor, the euro 1.06 over 1.03. So that's a factor that you're going to use. In year two, what's your factor? 1.04 over 1.08. That's a differential that you're using. In year three, 1.03 divided by 1.11. So these are the differential factors, inflation differentials that you're going to use. How did you fare on this one? Inflation rate differential is what you're supposed to use. So this expression on top is very important. Once you put that, how do we know that? We picked it from here. Because this one, they're giving us the euros on the dollar. That's how we picked it up. We hope everybody has seen this. If you have a challenge, please let us know. So these are the factors that we have put here on top. That's a factor, that's a factor, that's a factor. You multiply by 0.1430. So the exchange rates are now here. The exchange rates are all there. So let's go. These are in dollars. These currencies are in dollars. Sometimes there's the confusion in terms of what currency is that. These are in dollars, billions of dollars. And these are euros per each dollar. These are euros on a single dollar. Euros on a single dollar. So you do your multiplication. Convert these into what? Into euros. So what you have now, these are euros. Now, somebody may say, so if you notice this amount, it will be given to us at the same rate. The other amount which is not covered, we use at exchange rate. 1472, 1417, 1315. The euro is depreciating, isn't it? For every $1, you're getting a reduced number of euros. Have you noticed? Getting less. The same 600, you get 88. There you get 85. Then you discount. So when there's a swap, it's in the final year what that wants you to show the breakdown that this amount was swapped. It doesn't change. So this is what we're having. The net present value is 186. The exercise I wanted you to do was the exchange rates. Now let's revisit your question again. Let's revisit the question. Let's see what the question was asking you to do. Evaluate using the net present value the financial acceptability of B operating the rail franchise under the terms suggested by the government of W and calculate the gain or loss in euros from using the swap arrangement. So they want you to calculate the gain. That did we benefit from using the swap arrangement? Did we benefit from using the swap arrangement? Was there any benefit from using the swap arrangement? So let us review this. Let us review this. If we didn't swap this amount, what would have happened? If we didn't swap this amount, what would have happened? The whole amount was going to be converted at this rate. So now you've got 186, because this was converted at a higher rate. So what I'll simply do is I'll put in this rate and you check the change that will take place. I'll put in that rate and they change. Have you seen the loss? Have you seen the loss that would have made? So this is the gain. This is the benefit of swapping this amount at that figure. So if we didn't hedge, we didn't use a swap, we're going to have 147. But because this amount, we use the swap, we're getting 186. I hope all of us have seen that point. Okay, if that is all right.
Mr. Piri,
Yes, please.
does it mean that you put the formula on that table? Because I've seen once you've changed the rate there, everything has changed.
Yes, there's a formula already. I put a formula in all of these.
Okay, all right. Is that advisable to do in the exam?
Well, you see, the formulas can take a bit of time, but they are faster, especially when you have to correct your work, because you make just a correction in one place and everything else changes. So with good practice, it's easier when you use a formula. So people, a question on a currency swap most of the questions will be modeled on this. One, advantages of the currency swap. Secondly, demonstrating that the swap is advantageous. And thirdly, do an NPV. Now let's come to the next item. The next item is an option. An option. In order to provide BIS board with an alternative hedging method to consider, the FD has obtained the following information about over-the-counter options in the W from the company's bank. The exercise price quotation is INI. Now we need to get that. We need to pick a few things. Let's pick the things that you need. The FD has obtained following information about over-the-counter. So this one is an over-the-counter. It's not traded, no. You go to the bank and agree this. INI, you need to. In Witonia dollar from the company's bank. So remember, if you're going to use an option, this option gives you the right to buy or sell what? Dollars. The exercise price is in Witonia dollar per each euro. The premium is a percentage of the amount hedged, translated at today's spot rate. So we need to advise. So there are two prices. They say this exercise price, these are Witonian dollars per each euro. So there is a call option and a put option. For that amount that you receive at the end, this amount. So when you receive this amount, what do you want to do? What do you want to do when you receive this amount? You want to sell. You come here. The option that you have been given is in dollars. So it allows you to buy or sell dollars. So what do you want to do? So what option are you going to get? So you're going to get a put option, this one. And there are two prices, that one or that one. So in your advice, you need to tell us, is it a call or a put? So you can sell at 7.75, or you can sell at 7.25. What we have here, these are premiums payable. If you want a very good price, okay, 7.75, 7.25. So these are the two. Let's take out this. These are copied here. These are copied here. The put option, 7.75, 7.25. So that's the advice that you're giving. So in the worst case scenario, if you fail to finish anything, just tell us what option. The exercise price or rate, there are two. There's that one and that one. Take your calculators. Let's calculate the premium. Take calculators. Let's calculate the premium. 1.6%, 2.7%. 1.6 multiplied by 7.5. 2.7 multiplied by that. Now, let's see, come back. Where are we? Ourselves, where are we? We are in the country where we're using the euros. So this cost must be expressed in euros. So we take 1.6 multiplied by 7.5. These are dollars. How do you convert these dollars to a euro? Where is our spot rate? So you pick your spot rate. So you say, okay, fine. Our premium would be 1.6 multiplied by 7.5. When you multiply like this, what you're going to get, these are dollars. To convert to euro, you multiply by this euro price. Again, 2.7 multiply by 7.5 and multiply by that 2. So we calculate our premiums. Okay. So these are the premiums in euros. Now let us make a decision. Let's come here. You've got a right to sell your dollars at that. Okay. And then you've got the forward rate is here. Now just understand that one, what it means. Okay. You understand that or not it means. The forward rate is here, 7.6, 7.6. You need to advise us, are you going to exercise or not? Are you going to exercise or not? Now, this is something that you haven't done, so we need to take you through this. You need to decide whether you're going to exercise or not. So let's go. Here we are. Let's just to get all of you to see the figures. calculate the results of hedging the receipt of 75 million using the currency option. So the whole 75, we're using the currency option. And discuss whether the currency option would be better method of hedging this receipt than a swap. So I want to calculate to show whether 75, you go the swap or the option way. So we come back. Good. So now, are we going to exercise this rate or that rate? How do you make a comparison? Let's go back to our working here. Let's go back. The rate in 3 years' time, the rate in 3 years' time is here. These are euros on a single dollar. These are euros on a single dollar. But our exercise price is in terms of dollars on a single euro. So people, I want you to convert this for me. These are euros. This is 0.131. These are euros on a single dollar. I want you to put it in terms of dollars. So you take this one and divide that for me, please. Can you take 1 and divide it by 0.1315? I want this to read the dollars on a single euro. Can you please divide for me? This divided by that, what do you get?
$7.6.
Point?
16.
16, huh? Like this?
7.6.
Or just 7.6. Because I want us to compare whether we are going to convert or not. So this in terms of euros per dollar, but we are put in terms of dollars per euro. So now we can now do a fair comparison. So the comparison is here. We can convert, we have a right to convert at this one or that one. Where are we going to make more money? Where are you going to make more money? Your 75, this is your 75. You want to convert to euros. So to convert these dollars to euros, you divide. If you divide by that one, if you exercise, divide by that one, you get less money. But if you go in the open market and divide by that, you get more money. So that is why we ask the question, are you going to exercise this rate? The answer is, we don't exercise. This rate, which is on your options, this one, is not a good one. You'd rather just go on the market. So take 75, divide by 7.6, that's the number of euros that you get. Remove the premium that you have paid, you end up with that. What if the rate is 7.25? 7.25. At 7.25, we are going to exercise because when we take this and divide by that, we make more money, 1034. And once we remove that, what do we come up with? That minus there we are. So these are the results of using an option. So now, what are we going to do? Let's compare. If you use an option, this is what will happen. What if you use a swap? When you use the swap, how much did we get? When you use the swap, how much? Let's go to the final year. Here, we have the 75, the 75 that we received under a swap. This one, the 5,000, came at the same rate as this one. It came at the same rate as this one. So that divided by that, you get that. The 2.5 came at 0.1313, which is this one. This amount, which was under the swap, came there. This amount came there. Some of you say, Mr. P, why don't you use these rates that are here? We can use these rates that are here. There's no problem, right? Because we know that this 5,000 was here. That's okay. We can do that. We can say, let's not confuse one another. 1430. But this time around, you must divide, eh? You must multiply, sorry. Eh? Yeah. So you can say, I mean, in the exam, I would have used it. And then this one, I know that it's in here. So you say, I would use this one. That's okay. Okay, so you say this multiplied by that. This multiplied by that. So we are making 1043. That is how much you're getting in euros if you use an option. If you use a swap. On an option, 969 and 1,000. So we can see that we got more money under what? We got more money by using a swap. By using a swap, our 75 was broken down like this. And the total was that. When you use an option for this one, you only get that. For this one, you only get that. So our conclusion is that we are better off using the what? Using a currency swap. Because the 75 gives us more money. Here, the 75 gives us less money. Can I have, may I have some questions? Tell me at which point I lost you so that we pick it up again.
Mr. Piri.
Yes, please. Question number 1.
Yes, using the option, why are we just comparing the 969 to the 1,043? Why are we not adding both options?
That is a very nice question. That is a very nice question. Okay, so let's all listen to the answer to that question. Who was that one asking again?
This is Wupe.
Yeah. Wupe, there are 2 different options. You can even say, me, I'll just choose this one alone. It's okay. And your outcome will be. Then Mr. P said, me, I'll choose this one. So these are separate Wupe. These are separate. This is an option on its own. That's another option.
Okay.
So these are separate. They are packages. So there are three. This one on its own, that one on its own, just like that one also.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Peer.
Good. If there's anyone that we lost, please just tell me that you lost me at that point. Go back. I'll pick it from there. Were we okay with how we chose that it's a put option? Did you follow why you said it was a put option? It's because what was the currency of the option? This option gave you a right to do what? To buy or sell what? This was an option to buy or sell dollars. And since us, we're going to have $7,500 million, we want to sell them. That is why we pick the put option, the right to sell. Now, in terms of pricing, these options were priced in dollars. Meaning that you could divide your 7.5, this 7.5 could either be divided by that one or that one. If you want to divide by this one so to get more, you pay a premium of how much? If you want to divide by this one, you pay 2.7. But if you want to divide by this one, you're allowed to pay what? 1.6. So the percentage multiplied by that gives you the cost of your options in dollars. To convert to them to euro, you multiply by this rate here. Questions. So what is important here, you can tell yourself that, okay, this was an over-the-counter option, which was specifically for me. That is why there's no amounts like 125,000, say 2,500. No, it's not there. It's for the full amount. The only thing that the bank said, was, we are offering you this option here. You can convert at 7.75. These are dollars per euro, or 7.25. So if you want to divide by 7.75, 1.6. If you want to divide 7.25, get more, 2.7. Over-the-counter options in dollars. So this option was in dollars. The exercise price is in the dollars. So these are dollars here. The premium is a percentage of the amount hedged. Percentage of the amount hedged. So you take this percentage, multiply by 7.5. Okay. Translated at today's spot rate. And the today's spot rate is the one that we are given, this one. That's the one we're using. Okay. This number of euros on each dollar. Okay, so this was the currency swap. This was the currency swap. Okay. So please try to go through this little computation here. Should the company enter into a swap, please clean up that. And also the possible cash flows in a swap. Why? You need this when you do the interest rate swap. So this was a currency swap, or we swapped the currencies. Okay, what the objective was, we're looking for foreign currency. An interest rate swap, we're looking for an interest rate. Okay. Good. What next? So the next item now is to look at interest rate swaps, forward rate agreements, currency options, and futures. So once we have covered the currencies, the interest rates are a lot easier. How to manage the interest rates. Okay. So make this recording available so that you can go through it. Please go through the recording. And if you have any challenges, let us know. If you have any challenges, let us know. So I'll share with you the notes on interest rate swaps and if on interest rates. And if there's a recording, I'll share it with you so that you can prepare for your class for Tuesday. Otherwise, if I introduce an interest rate swap now, it may cause some unnecessary confusion. So between now and that time, can you reinforce? You've got your currency swap. You've got your futures, currency futures. You've got currency options. You've got the money markets. You've got the forward markets. Please reinforce between now and Tuesday. Take your time, go through all the items on currencies. And so next class now, we want to look at interest rates. That's what we look at. All right, people, but if you have questions, don't wait till the class time, just post on the forum so that I can incorporate it in my discussions. All right, see you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.